Ready, Bugaboo? Bye! Bye! I already said no. One of the best things about summertime is that I get to park in the very back of the building, which means I don't have to have that far away of a walk to my car. Awesome. It is a flipping gorgeous day outside. It is currently 72 degrees. I just love this type of weather. Blaney, isn't it pretty outside? No. Blaine is accompanying me today. My husband is gonna go help out my father-in-law. They're gonna be spraying for weeds, I think, along like the fence line. And Ian is out at the park. They have like a park thing for kids. So it's Blaine and I today. We're gonna spend a few hours here at the school, try to get my room set up. Well, I guess like the arrangement of the room of where everything needs to go. You're gonna help? We will in a little bit. So we're gonna get a room arrangement set up, and then I also want to start going through some of my closets and really cleaning them out and getting them organized this year. So, like he said, we're gonna do it right now, and we're gonna get out, go water the plants first, and then hit the room. You ready?
First, let's do in the room.
Okay.
First, play after.
You ready, Bugaboo? Look at this guy down here.
Wait, do we do him? This looks so nice. Let's take him.
Okay, so he said to...
Let's take him off.
Oh!
They just pop right off.
You want to hold it?
Is he sharp?
Like, they have little prickers on them, don't they?
You think this one's ready? No, it has a little lime green at the end.
No.
That one's not ready yet. I think it was just that one.
Oh. Eat it. You're good. You did eat it.
The lettuce is a little bitter, but it's also because it's not the season for lettuce. As fall comes... Did he just bite into that? Okay, so I just finished watering the plants and I'm in my room. So the first thing I think I'm gonna do is take off all the blue paper on all of my shelves. Okay, if you hear Blaney, I'm really, really sorry, but he's on his little iPad eating a snack and enjoying some quiet time. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna try to rearrange my room a little bit. I'm pretty happy with the front. Gonna be some changes that are going on in my room this year. Uh-oh, pee-pee, we gotta go. Okay, so like I was saying before we had to go to the potty, we're gonna have a few changes inside of my room this year. One of the big changes that we're gonna have is that our library last year was separated into 3 different rooms. It ended up not working out at all, but we didn't want to change it in the middle of the year. The kids just were not engaged with our library. I think it was too spread out. We couldn't keep track of books really well. Our librarians were having a hard time keeping track of where books were. So instead this year, to kind of go along with like the fantasy room, and if you think about like, I think about like Beauty and the Beast. Do you know when she like walks into that moment where she walks into the library and there are books everywhere? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. So there are gonna be just books everywhere in my room, organized of course, but everywhere in my room, so that when kids need to go to the library, they need to pick out a book from our selection, then they're gonna come here, and then we're gonna have librarians stationed in this room to be able to assist our kids. So that's kind of the big change, which means I needed to move some things around and kind of reconfigure some of my spaces. So here's kind of what I have envisioned for the front of the room. So the biggest change that I have up front is that now I have put 2 of the cubes that I had back when I was in kindergarten. I placed them up in the front of the room. So we're still gonna have the stage, which is centered, but then we're gonna have books along all of these different cubes here. Now the 4 cube that I have over here, I'm wanting to think about using it for some of my students' materials. I haven't quite figured all of that out yet, but that's what I'm envisioning, and then those 2 are gonna remain for books. We've also looked at putting books up in these shelves. So you have kind of books in this area. Right now they were just crammed so that we can get them off of the floor and out of the shelves. And then where the dragon is, we also wanted to have books kind of placed here. So you're gonna have books in this shelf, books down here at the very bottom, and then we're gonna keep some of those books that we've had over here in this section. So it's just like a huge library of literature. That's kind of what we are envisioning. I'm gonna play with the layout of my room before I start tackling closets. Closets was like the big thing. I think what I've done in the years past is I've focused more on the decor of it versus the organizing of it. And this year I'm gonna flip-flop it. I'm not so much gonna worry about the decorations piece until the very last minute. I know, it almost makes you wanna cringe, right? Instead, I'm gonna focus more on the organization piece and making sure that everything is the way that I want it. So, I'm gonna play with the layout first, and then I'm gonna start tackling closets. So I'm realizing a couple of things as I'm sitting here trying to rearrange my room, and nothing seems to be really working the way that I want it to work. And I'm gonna try and branch out a little bit this year. So we're gonna see how it ends up working out for me. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna love it, but I'm gonna try my very hardest. I'm gonna try to remove myself from a teacher area. I struggled with this last year. I think I went back and forth on it last year. Sorry, the lighting keeps changing. But I went back and forth on it a lot last year about having a teacher area, and I never regretted getting rid of my teacher desk. But as far as having a teacher area, I'm gonna try to branch out and get rid of it. We're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna cross my fingers, but I'm gonna have to try to figure out what to do with like my laptop, my iPad, things to that extent that I still need to have a space for them. I just don't wanna have it as a, this is my area. Does that make sense? I don't know. We're gonna see. I like a couple of things here. Quite a few things I still don't like. Let me show you. So in the front of the room, the only thing that I've done is I've added 2 carpets, and then I've added 2 little tables here. So I have one table there, another one there, which I think is a really nice space for like a library section. Lady, turn it down, please. I like this space. I think it looks nice. So that I'm happy with. Number 2 thing that I'm happy with is going to be the round table in front of the dragon. I like the look of it. I think it looks nice, and yet it still doesn't like take away from the space back here for kids to be able to sit. So I like that. Everything else, however, the tables, I'm just not loving. I tried to make like a little bench over here with those. I'm just not loving it yet. So I'm gonna continue playing with it and see what I kind of come up with. So Kim just came by. We're going to sign up for some sessions. We're going to a Mass Customized Learning National Summit conference next week. We're going for 2 days. I'm very excited. We're going to be doing a lot of planning because we have a lot of things that we need to plan for the next couple of weeks. So we're working on trying to sign up for our sessions. I promise I will tell you guys more about it once we're getting there. But that's why she's here, and then I've also been working on my room arrangement. So I wanted to show you guys what I ended up maybe deciding on. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sooner or later just suck it up and just get started with my closets anyways. So here's the front of my room. I really like this look. I love the tables down here at the very bottom for kids to be able to sit, and it's nice and low. Kept it the same that we talked about. And then here is how it looks from the front to the back. So there's the back.
More food.
In a minute. So there is the back of the room. Blamey is demonstrating. Has a nice clean path to be able to walk up and down. I have 3 like rectangular tables and then the small round table, which is back here too. I like it, but I'm still trying to figure out and define like my teacher space. You want some more pretzels? I haven't really decided on like a defined teacher space. No. Blaine Daniel. So I haven't, like I said, decided like on a defined teacher space. I don't quite know what I want, to be honest. I've been in this room now for 2 years, and I just still haven't like put a finger or my thumb on something that I truly love. I feel like if I end up coming back here in this corner, I'm just taking away so much from the space of my classroom. And then I feel like I almost need to be centered, because then I can really kind of keep an eye on everyone. And with me being in the back of the room or in the front of the room, I really can't keep an eye on everyone, if that makes sense. So it's almost like I need to be centered. I've seen teachers who have their spaces here, but I just don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sold on it all the way. So I'm still trying to decide, and I think that's okay. I'll figure it out as I go. I need to call husband to come pick that one up. So as soon as I said about me wanting to almost be in the center, I ended up changing my room again. I think I really like this though. You guys are probably like, you're not gonna like it, Bridget. You're gonna end up changing your mind. You're insane, and I probably am, but that's okay, because it's just who I am. So I come to deal with it. So here's kind of what it looks like now. Okay, so here is from my stage. I have 2 tables here, so I moved the smaller desks that were up front, and I placed them around my whiteboard table that I had last year that I have not wanted to get rid of. So this is what it looks like now. I like it. So that now, if I'm here and I'm instructing and teaching, I can see what's going on up front, and I can see what's going on in front of me and to the left of me. Isn't that nice? I've got a good view of my whole room. I like the fact that I can see what everyone's doing. I can kind of hear what everyone's doing. I have a really good visual on everyone, and there's no hiding spots. That's something that you have to watch out for as a teacher, is hiding spots, because kids will try to hide. So I feel like I'm in a really good position because I'm centered in the room off to the side, and I can see everything that's going on around me. I think I'm happy with this. Let's knock on something. This is how it's gonna stay. All right, y'all, I'm gonna start with the closets for the kids, because that's where I shoved everything. I'm just gonna give y'all a fair warning. I have a habit of making an even bigger mess before I actually organize and get it all clean. Just FYI.
Coming to the end of a one-way street. Wish I could wake up, but it's not a dream. Staring at the wall right in front of me.
Closet numero uno, cleaned out, but it's all here. It's fine.
I'm wishing that you were near. I cannot pretend that I do not care. But I keep asking why, so still on my mind.
This is all the stuff that I was able to shove in the 2 closets. That's a lot. It looks like they're going to be shampooing the carpets outside of my room and outside of my partner's room. So we're gonna have to be skedaddling very, very soon. I was really hoping I was gonna get more time in with my closets, but it is what it is. I just am gonna have to wait until next week. I have Taylor Swift. Tomorrow I have a dinner with one of my friends this evening to celebrate my birthday from last week. So I am going to try to get as much done, and if I have to leave, I have to leave.
Huh?
Huh?
I didn't think.
What are you doing?
Okay, so we are getting kicked out because we have to let them be able to finish shampooing the carpets outside of our rooms. So we just finished selecting our sessions for the conference next week. I'm getting all my things. I'm just gonna have to go. I didn't get anything organized. All I did was seriously put some plants on tables. That's it. Let me show you. So I put some there, I put some there, I put some there and there and there. And there. Next week, the first task will be organizing closets, I promise. We have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then Wednesday afternoon, we're heading out to go to Penn State because that is where the conference is gonna be held. So, I'm gonna go ahead and, no, you're fine. Come on in. Oh, is that it?
Did you get
Is that it?
I got the free.
I didn't get any of that.
the kids?
the free.
That's all we got?
We have like a class set, I think.
Oh, okay. He may have given it to you because then we would have just dispersed it from you. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this time of me trying to rearrange and figure out my classroom. And I will be back very soon, maybe with some Taylor Swift. I think I'll put some Taylor Swift stuff at the very end of this. It's a good idea. So here's a little bit of Taylor Swift, and then I will see you guys all next week. Bye!
You ready to see Too Swift?
I'm ready.
I can't figure out how to switch the view.
I don't care.